I'm Ivanka, and I'm here in Georgia campaigning hard with traitors Chicken Perdue and Looting Loeffler. We need you to defame the minorities. We'd like to defund America, and we all trust your morons. Pardons have already started for our friends, for our neighbors, our family, all the people you don't like, yet you've lost all hope. It's so important we avoid doing time. After January 20th, we go into hiding.
New pain for the unemployed. Their COVID benefits have run out.
The president's still refusing to sign the bill,
cutting benefits for some 12 million Americans.
The U.S. death toll surpassed 330,000, and hospitalizations nationwide hit a new record high yesterday.
Almost 100,000 small businesses permanently closed since the pandemic.
Millions more could be put out of their homes in January. The federal eviction moratorium is the next major program to expire on New Year's Eve.
Today, the images that we have of the President of the United States is him on the golf course.
But he had time to hand out Christmas gifts to dozens of allies and loyalists in the form of controversial presidential pardons.
Together, we will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America safe again. And yes, we will make America great again.
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this dance. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this dance.
This is a time of incredible pain and difficulty for so many Americans. People need help now. They needed help 8 months ago. And the reason that we are losing thousands of people per day to this virus is because of the arrogance of politicians like David Perdue. Our senator has been absent, is absent, doesn't think he needs to be here answering questions, doesn't think he needs to be in Washington passing relief for the people, who hasn't held a single public town hall meeting in 6 years. Where is David Perdue? Where is Senator Perdue for those who are suffering and need relief, who right now have credit cards maxed out, worried they may have to be evicted? Where is Senator Perdue for the African American community here in Georgia? He's been on his private island trading stocks. The standard for our elected officials must be higher. You can rest assured I will come to forums like this one and answer questions in open, unlike David Perdue, because that's what you deserve from someone who serves you.
Let's talk about Senator David Perdue. Okay, everybody, listen closely.
David Perdue came in to take over as president of Pilitex. And then, within 8 months,
Pilitex closed down. Thousands of jobs were lost right after Perdue left as the CEO. Perdue says he learned from that experience, and in his next position,
Perdue was CEO of Dollar General. 2,000 female employees filed a pay discrimination lawsuit against the company.
Dollar General also paid out a $42 million settlement alleging Perdue lined his own pockets while shortchanging shareholders.
Perdue's campaign has agreed to pay $30,000 in fines for finance violations. An audit of his 2014 fundraising reports had more than $440,000 in prohibited or excessive campaign donations.
David Perdue seems to have decided that he cannot survive another minute on the debate stage with John Ossof.
Senator Perdue declined to participate in this debate and is represented by an empty podium.
Although I will say that podium does have more personality than David Perdue.
David Perdue bought and sold stock shortly after a private Senate briefing on the virus.
Between $63,000 and $245,000 in Pfizer, a pharmaceutical company now developing a coronavirus vaccine. Right before he was put in charge of a powerful Senate subcommittee with jurisdiction over the U.S. Navy, Senator David Perdue began buying up stock in a company that made submarine parts.
of a deposition where Perdue admits that he spent most of his career outsourcing jobs.
They aren't happy with Senator David Perdue because he hasn't held any town hall meetings.
Willfully mispronouncing the name of his colleague.
Elizabeth and Kamala, or what? Kamala, I don't know.
This is David Perdue's mega mansion hidden in Georgia. Hidden in a gated community within a gated community. Hidden so that Perdue can pretend to be a senator.
Senator Perdue declined to participate in this debate and is represented by an empty podium.
While spending his days getting rich, stock trading on the inside information he gets from classified Senate briefings.
Georgia's U.S. senators are under fire for allegedly trying to profit from the coronavirus pandemic.
Hidden, while the people of Georgia face economic hardship, struggle to support their families, and suffer from COVID with no relief. Because Perdue refuses to support bills to help the people of Georgia. Hidden, so no one can see, Perdue has made a killing off of you. Literally. Fair and balanced PAC and Midas Touch are responsible for the content of this advertising.
My opponent, radical liberal Raphael Warnock.
What's radical about wanting all Americans to have affordable health care?
The radical agenda will radically change America.
What's radical about raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour? Or offering COVID-19 relief to those in need?
Radical liberal Raphael Warnock.
It's no wonder Republican Kelly Loeffler keeps repeating herself.
Radical liberal.
She has nothing new to say, and even less to offer.
She has been focused on the same thing she's focused on her whole life. Herself.
Offering real solutions doesn't make you a radical liberal. It makes you the right senator for the right time. Raphael Warnock for Senate. Vote Democrat January 5th.
Georgia's Republican senators have spent most of the year supporting zero financial support for Americans during the coronavirus pandemic. Then this month, they finally decided at the last minute to support a $600 one-time payment. Then, after they voted for that $600 one-time payment, they suddenly reversed themselves to say that they support Donald Trump's brand new idea of a $2,000 COVID relief payment to individuals. Earlier tonight on MSNBC, Stacey Abrams said this.
They are feckless hypocrites who would rather win an election than help the people of Georgia and do their jobs. These are two people who have stood by, used the pandemic to profiteer, used the pandemic as an excuse for inaction. They have assailed the very core issues that people need. You need unemployment insurance because your job is no longer there. You need that $2,000 direct payment because your mortgage is still owed even though you cannot go to work. What they have done is signal very clearly to Georgians and to Americans that they have no positions. They are spineless, and they are people who kowtow to Mitch McConnell, kowtow to Donald Trump, which means they will not serve the people of Georgia.
The problem for Georgia's Republican senators is that they can no longer kowtow to Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump at the same time because Mitch McConnell blocked a vote tonight in the United States Senate on Donald Trump's idea of $2,000 payments. Speaker Nancy Pelosi passed a bill through the House of Representatives with bipartisan support for $2,000 payments, and today Mitch McConnell refused to allow a vote on that bill on the Senate floor, and Georgia's Republican senators did not object in any way to Mitch McConnell blocking a vote on the $2,000 payments that they pretend that they support. Democratic candidate for Senate John Ossof, running against Senator Perdue, said this: the people have needed help, but for the past year, David Perdue has opposed all direct relief for working Georgians, even while he cashed out personally on the pandemic by trading medical stocks. He hasn't had a change of heart. He's exclusively focused on his own political survival. Democratic candidate for Senate Raphael Warnock, running against Senator Loeffler, said this: Kelly Loeffler made clear her priorities when she sold $3 million of her own stock while downplaying the pandemic, called unemployment relief counterproductive, and then waited nearly 9 months to take any action on additional relief while Georgians lost their job.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gray. I'm from Gainesville, Georgia.
I'm Imani. I'm actually from Georgia.
My name is Isra. Really want to thank y'all for what you're doing and what you've inspired us to do.
Real excited to be in Georgia, making this all happen. So thanks for having us down here.
My name is Gloria.
Hello, I'm Ashley.
I realized how important it was to be out there canvassing houses, trying to get these votes for the elections.
I'm on winter break. I really pretty much thought, like, what else is there for me to do? This is the only thing for me to do, because it's the right thing to do.
I was eager to be a part of this because I like being a part of something that's for the greater good. And this election means a lot. We've been through a lot these past few years that Trump has been in office. Democrats have to come in with the win, and we will. With this whole operation, we're going to change everything.
The election is important to me, as is to like a lot of people. And I was like, I want to help out.
This election is incredibly important to so much and to so many people.
This is the first time in my adult life that I'll be able to be a part of the election.
I feel like this was my chance to actually do something, to actually learn more, to actually take things more seriously. So I'm grateful for this opportunity.
I do not want the Republicans to be in charge of everything.
This election is way too important for me. There's way too much on the line, so I wanted to get out and help however I could.
I'm really excited to flip this and win this for the whole country.
It's dope. I love what you and your brothers have done. It's amazing. I love it.
You guys are going to be instrumental in if we win this election, and we're so thankful to have you. You are as much a part of the Midas Touch family as any of my brothers.
All political parties sometimes overcomplicate the issues, and the issue is rather simple. It's helping people at the end of the day.
We love the videos that we do, obviously, but right now we feel that there's nothing more important than the canvassing effort in Georgia. Knowing that y'all are out there representing Midas Touch to the fullest is just so heartwarming, and just thank you. And America thanks you, and Georgia's going to thank you when we win this thing.
Georgia did it just a couple weeks ago. Everyone thought it couldn't be done. We proved them wrong. And so let's do it again. Let's get out there. Let's kick some ass today. And thank you so much for everything.
There is a line in the 1987 book that Donald Trump wrote, well, that he kind of wrote, The Art of the Deal, that goes like this, quote, "You can't con people, at least not for long. You can create excitement, you can do wonderful promotion and get all kinds of press, and you can throw in a little hyperbole. But if you don't deliver the goods, people will eventually catch on." I've been thinking a lot about that quote as Trump's disastrous presidency nears its merciful end, along with one of his tweets, because there's always a tweet, from 2013. "If the Republicans need a chief negotiator, I am always available, or can recommend some really good ones." Well, they got him as their chief negotiator. Lucky them. So let's look at how he's done over these past 4 years. Remember Trump's courtship of North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un? Trump even said the two leaders fell in love. And after they met, Trump confidently proclaimed there is no longer a nuclear threat from North Korea. But as someone once said, you can't con people, at least not for long. The North Korean nuclear threat never went away. In fact, Bloomberg reported yesterday that Kim Jong-un's nuclear weapons got more dangerous under Trump. Okay, so maybe he failed abroad, but what about at home? Remember this?
We'll be terminating Obamacare, and we'll be replacing it with so many different options. But you'll have great health care at a fraction of the cost.
Sounds great. I don't seem to remember that magical plan ever appearing, though, in actual reality. House Republicans did partially repeal Obamacare without replacing it. And Trump held a big party in the Rose Garden to celebrate Art of the Deal. But even that half measure failed, thanks in part to a thumbs down from John McCain in the Senate. And despite presumably having been at least dimly aware of the wrenching debate over the initial passage of Obamacare, Trump in 2017 claimed that, quote, "Nobody knew that healthcare could be so complicated." Yeah, we knew. Which brings us to the new COVID relief bill. Trump sat out the negotiations over the bill, then intimated after a deal was finally reached that he would veto it, before heading to Florida to spend the weekend tweeting and golfing as millions of Americans suffered. Senator Lindsey Graham had to convince Trump to sign the bill in between drives. Hit a shot, take a phone call. Hit a shot, talk about what's a good deal, Graham said. Trump ultimately signed the bill and got nothing out of his tantrum. The bill didn't change. All Trump did was create headaches for his party by belatedly backing a Democratic demand for $2,000 direct payments. Trump forcing sycophants like Louis Gohmert to choose between their right-wing ideology and their loyalty to the president. Gohmert opposed the $2,000 payments yesterday, which raises the question, Congressman, why don't you support the president you're so desperate to keep in office? Look, Donald Trump has had 4 years to prove himself the ultimate deal maker. What he has proven instead is the truth of a line from his own book that almost certainly came from his ghostwriter. If you don't deliver the goods, people will eventually catch on.
The Treaty of Portsmouth ended a bloody war between Russia and Japan in 1905. After it was signed, the envoys from each country who helped negotiate the peace deal posed for a not very smiley picture. The Russians on the left, the Japanese on the right, celebrating the end of the war. The guy in the middle there is, of course, not a member of the Russian or Japanese delegations. That is the American president, Teddy Roosevelt. Roosevelt helped broker that peace deal between Russia and Japan. And for his efforts, Teddy Roosevelt won himself a Nobel Peace Prize. He was not only the first president to receive the high honor, but the first American, too. Teddy Roosevelt took the money he got for winning the Nobel Peace Prize and gave it to Congress. He wanted Congress to fund an industrial peace committee which would help build what he called, quote, fair dealings between classes of society. 3 other American presidents have received the Nobel Peace Prize since Roosevelt. Despite our current president's best efforts, he's not one of them. The trophy closet at his golf club does not yet house a Nobel Peace Prize. Donald Trump, of course, has not spent the duration of his presidency calling for fair dealings between classes of society. As we speak, he's actively campaigning to be re-elected president of the United States, even though he decisively lost the election a full 8 weeks ago. Last night, the outgoing president posted this odd campaign-style ad on his Twitter feed, bragging about his so-called accomplishments while in office. There's a section about how the president stands for American jobs, the president posing with lots of heavy machinery. There are lots of shots of the president and the military, and a short section of the video dedicated to peace. But let's just pause this for a second and get a closer look. Here's the president posing at the White House after signing an agreement with Israel and 2 Arab nations this summer. Now zoom in to the corner, please, of this video, the part about the president promoting peace. The crack editing team at the White House appears to have added a little picture of the Nobel Peace Prize. Now, to be perfectly clear, Donald Trump has not won the Nobel Peace Prize for signing this agreement. Donald Trump has not won a Nobel Peace Prize, period. And here he is implying that he has. There's a little coin there, and it says Alfred Nobel. Now, it's a holiday season. In the spirit of compassion, there could perhaps be an alternate explanation. Maybe this is just the president's way of expressing how much he loves peace. Except that's not even a picture of the freaking Nobel Peace Prize. Here is the picture the president added to his video. This is a picture of the actual Nobel Peace Prize, the one given out to, this is the one that's given out to scientists and great writers and whatnot. This one on the right is what the Nobel Peace Prize looks like. The president of the United, look at them, they're different. You can see that. The president of the United States put the wrong award that he did not win on the fake campaign video about an election that he lost. Maybe if he had actually won one, he'd know what the thing looks like.
Tomorrow night, the world finally gets to say goodbye, auf Wiedersehen, get gone, and good riddance. No, don't look back. Just keep going out the door to 2020. Here in America, we will be 20 days away from saying the same to Donald Trump. And before we can do that, we must take stock of the devastating heartbreak that this year has brought. More than 342,000 mothers, children, brothers, cousins, and friends lost their lives to a virus that Trump assured us would disappear. Now, 10 months in, and mostly absent of presidential leadership, we continue to confront an excruciating coast-to-coast COVID catastrophe. In Los Angeles, mortuary and funeral home operators are having to turn desperate and bereaved family members away because they are overwhelmed. In Alabama, hospitals are so swamped that one doctor compared it to a bathtub that's filling up with water, and the drain is blocked. In the face of this daily devastation, Trump continues his vacation, golfing with friends, blissfully unbothered, and seemingly more outraged by his wife's redecorating at Mar-a-Lago than the mounting death toll and sluggish vaccine rollout. If Trump's callousness is not stomach-churning enough, it seems like he's looking to intentionally sabotage President-elect Biden's ability to fix this mess. Biden's national security advisor, Jake Sullivan, told NPR that the Pentagon has not hosted a briefing in almost 2 weeks, leaving the incoming administration in the dark on the progress of COVID-19 vaccine distribution and more. Now, Trump is not alone when it comes to caring more about his own self-interest. In the Senate, multi-millionaire Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is refusing to hold a simple vote on $2,000 in desperately needed aid to the American people.
Democratic leaders want to call this scheme, quote, survival checks. Here's the deal. The Senate is not going to split apart the 3 issues that President Trump linked together just because Democrats are afraid to address 2 of them.
To be clear, McConnell's decades-long, unquenchable thirst for power has been the single biggest thing standing between the American people and progress and their prosperity, and standing in the way, I should say, of the American people and progress and prosperity. In less than a week, the people of Georgia will get to decide if he gets to keep that power.
I let you motherfuckers think y'all run everything. Motherfucker. What? Motherfucker. You owe me some money, motherfucker. You motherfuckers talking about? Motherfucker, I ate everything. I ate the pussy, I ate the butt, I ate every motherfucking thing. Motherfucker, I'll chew his ass up. Motherfucker. You a smart motherfucker. English, motherfucker. Motherfucker. We're not gonna store the motherfucker. I own the motherfucker. Motherfucker. I'm a mushroom cloud laying motherfucker. You're clothes, motherfucker. Sure, rat may taste like pumpkin pie, but I never know because I wouldn't eat the filthy motherfucker. Motherfucker. The one that said bad motherfucker. That's me, bad motherfucker. Goddamn motherfucker. Racist motherfucker. Motherfucker. Here's what he got out here. That's right, run, motherfucker. Motherfucker shit don't stink. Mouse Patil looking motherfucker. Sit your motherfucker. Bad motherfucker. 'Cause I'm a bad